Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrap and Abby, and I'm back with another design team project for 3 Girl Jam. And I'm going to be making an altered mason jar for one of my sister-in-laws. She is having us over for Easter dinner, and I wanted to make something special to give to her since she is providing dinner and didn't want us to bring anything. So this is kind of like a little thank you for having us over for dinner gift. So I'm going to be painting the cover. This is the mason jar. I'm going to be covering this with a coat or two of just some of this, excuse me please, some of this paint in linen. That's the color of it. And I'm gonna, paint it, let it dry, and then I'm gonna sand it, kind of make it distressed looking. And then as far as covering it with the burlap, I'm not quite certain yet which piece I'm gonna be using. I have some of this, which is just, plain burlap. I'm gonna make it not quite so wide, of course, wrapping that around. Or I thought about even adding a little bit of this with this really cool French and fleur-de-lis and kind of script print on it, and kind of have that going around about this width right here. And then adding on maybe a bit of this kind of muslin fabric, I'm not sure, for, as another band around it. Maybe use some of my Lindy sprays to kind of make this a little bit, the tones of the crinkle ribbon that I'm going to be using, which are these right here. I'm pulling from these. And then I'll tell you guys for sure exactly which of the ribbons I'm going to be using once I start the project. So you can look for these in the 3 Girl Jam store. So I just pulled out a couple different, actually 3 different ones right here. And these are 3 different ones I'm probably going to use. I'm not sure which ones. And then just as an accent and some trim, just some pom-pom trim, or possibly some of this ribbon here as well. I'm not quite certain yet. And then I want to incorporate this chalkboard. This is from Melissa Francis. This is one of the, excuse me, I'm so sorry, you guys. This is one of the little metal tags that she has, but it's covered in chalkboard paint. That way I can put this on the jar, and I'm going to tie it off this side where the tag is with some of this really yummy crinkle ribbon from 3 Girl Jam. And then that way she can write on here if she wants it to hold flowers, or maybe have a note that says happy spring, happy summer, or something like that. And she can put her own fresh cut flowers inside the jar. Or if she chooses to store something like, paintbrushes or whatever she wants, she can kind of do that. So I think that look really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on painting the mason jar, and then I will come back and share with you guys either a stage of the process if I remember to turn the camera back on, or I'll show you the completed jar at the end of the video. Thanks, and see you soon. And I'm back with the completed mason jar, and I'm loving how this turned out. So as you guys can see, I went in, put a couple coats of that linen colored craft paint that I shared with you guys. I did not put it on the bottom because it wouldn't make a difference, because it's obviously the bottom, so it doesn't matter. And then I just kind of, once it was dry, I went ahead and took some sandpaper and just kind of distressed around the mason jar itself on the lid, and along the, the word mason. It's just kind of covered with the flower, but that's okay. And then just some little bits here just so it's kind of had that distressed look. And then I ended up using some of that burlap I showed you guys that had the French, like the Eiffel Tower and the fleur-de-lis. And then I took some of that muslin fabric, and then I just used a couple different Lindy sprays, and I'll show those to you in just a moment. And then I wrapped around some of this yummy Halloween Harvest crinkle ribbon. I really like how that looks against this, and I just think this back looks really cute. It's all, I took my Prima tool and I distressed the edges of the burlap and as well as the muslin, because I like that kind of ratted look, and I think it's really kind of rustic looking, and I think that's cool. And so this is that chalkboard tag, metal tag I told you about from Melissa Francis. I tied off some of this crinkle ribbon here, and this is from the Antique White bundle. And then I made a couple flowers. This is from the Merlot, or this is Merlot from the Wine and Jewels bundle. Or wait, yeah, the wine, let me double check real quick, you guys. I'm sorry. Make sure I'm telling you what one. Yeah, the Wine and Jewels bundle, and this is the Merlot. And then I just made another flower with that Antique White, put a couple flat back pearls, and then I tied on this key that I got from Pick Your Plum quite some time ago in a big, huge key bundle. So I thought this was a perfect size to kind of have dangling off there, and I think it works really well with the different crinkle ribbons too. And this is just some more of that same muslin that you're seeing here. This is just a little strip, and I'll show you in just a second when I trim this down a little bit, and I kept that because I wanted to dangle this off there. And another good idea you could use is some of the jute ribbon that's from 3 Girl Jam as well. I'm all out of mine because I've used it all up because I love it so much, but that would be a great way to use that jute ribbon, is to tie off a key or something like this off of your project. And then yeah, yeah, so there it is. And so it's hard to see it when it's standing up, of course, because, you know, you can't see it, but when it's up, this is what it looks like. And I just love that dimension. I think it's really cute the way this turned out. And I'm pretty certain my sister-in-law is going to love it. My husband really likes it, thought it was cute. So I'm going to set that there. Just because that key's making it tip over, I have my pen to hold it up. And I'm going to share with you again the ribbon. So this is the Merlot. And this is from the Wine and Jewels bundle, as I mentioned. It's a really beautiful, rich, deep burgundy kind of red color like that, like, you know, wine. And then this is from the Craft bundle, or excuse me, just the Antique White. And I love this one here, that darker edge trim. And then this one is from the Halloween Harvest, which is from the Seasons bundle, I believe that one is. Let me double check. The new and improved Seasons bundle, excuse me. This one's really cool too, I like that. So there are the three Girl Jam, it's funny, three Girl Jam crinkle ribbons that I used, and I'll put them together. I like how they look, really, really fun. They really complement the color palette of the jar as well as the burlap. I love how that offset looks, very, very cute. And this is just a little bit of that muslin fabric I was telling you about. I just used this little strip, and this is what I had left to use to tie off the key. And then the two Lindy sprays I use, end up using the Moonshadow Mist in the Gossamer Gold, and then the Glitz Spritz in the Cactus Gold. So I thought those turned out really super cute. So this is a really fun, easy, quick project you guys can create to give away as a gift, as I'm doing. You can use it to decorate your home. It seriously took me, I mean, I stopped and did some other things around the house when this coat paint was drying. I used my heat tool, but I really think if you sat down start to finish, I think it probably took me maybe 20 minutes at the most. I think I probably took the longest time just trying to decide which, embellishment items I wanted to use on the jar itself. But as far as putting it together, it was a pretty quick project. So I'll be making more of these, of course, just because I think it turned out really good. So if you guys have any questions about the process or anything, please feel free to shoot me an email, scrappinabby@gmail.com. Again, that's scrappinabby@gmail.com. And then, thanks again for stopping by the 3 Girl Jam blog and for checking out another Scrappin' Abby project and design team project for 3 Girl Jam. This will be on the 3 Girl Jam blog, but also on my personal blog, scrappin-abby.blogspot.com, and of course on my YouTube channel, because that's where it's going to be posted. So thanks, you guys, and happy crafting.